Ikaw bala may pamangkot tuhoy sa pagpanguma o kon sa programa, serbisyo, kag proyekto nga ginatanyag sa Department of Agriculture? Ipamangkot na! May pamangkot naging padala si Coros Aiki halin sa aton official Facebook page. Sir, pwede po ang aming cooperative maka-avail ng transplanter at tractor?
Okay, good morning everyone sa aton mga farmers dito sa Western Visayas. On behalf of our Regional Executive Director, Dr. Peter Sobrevega, so welcome naman kamo sa amon nga nasubong sa DA. So based sa queries ang isa ka farmer naton or isa ka members ng cooperative here in Iloilo City kung paano sila maka-avail sa tractor and transplanter. So actually the Department of Agriculture, part of our on-farm mechanization program, we are providing agricultural machinery to qualified naton ng mga farmer organizations. So as an answer to the query of one of the farmers here in Iloilo City on how to avail such machinery, so based on our revised guidelines on the provision of agricultural machinery and equipments, so ang atong mga qualifications actually are number one, ang atong farmer organization should be registered. So it can be registered from SEC, DOLE, or any other government agencies nga nag-accredit. Accreditation from the DA is also accepted. And number two is that ang cooperative or ang farmers organization should have a production area or service area equivalent to the service area nga pwede ma-cater sa aton nga machinery. For example, as question on the transplanter and tractor. So for the four-wheel tractor, we should have at least a 100 hectares na service area or production area. And while for the transplanter, so we have two types. We have the walk-behind transplanter and the ride-on transplanter. So for the walk-behind transplanter, at least 50 hectares na service area will be required. And while for the ride-on transplanter, we have 100 hectares. So basically, the implementing guidelines suggests that for a farmers organization to be qualified to avail any machinery, dapat may service area na equivalent sa kung anong capacity sa machinery. So for additional information, so if an organization is requesting for itong vine harvester, pareho sila sa four-wheel tractor nga 100 hectares ang required. While for smaller machinery such as threshers, mechanical reapers, and hand tractors, 50 hectares. So amo nang aton nga mga requirements. So number one is should be duly registered sila farmers organization. Number two, should have a service area or production area equivalent to or higher than the required capacity of the required machinery. And number three, the farmers organization should have the financial and technical capability to shoulder the operation and maintenance once maka-avail na sila sa machinery. And number three, of course, they should have a commitment if wala sing existing machinery shed. They should commit nga ma-shoulder nila ang machinery shed wherein para ma-safe keep if ever ma-turnover na ang ini nga mga machinery nga gina-request. And lastly is the operators nga designated operators sa amuning farmers organization should be willing to undergo further technical trainings on the operation and maintenance. As to the question, as to the documentary requirements, what are the documentary requirements? So based on our guidelines, so basically the number one gig requirement is an expression of the intent. So the letter of intent ang first din nga requirement. So how should we know na need ninyo ang mga type sa machinery if wala sing letter of intent? So the letter of intent should contain the type of machinery nga gusto sa farmers organization nga i-avail, and it also should indicate kung ang organization i-justify niya nga ang need sa among machinery based sa area, the production area nga ang kakulangan, although ma-undergo pa ini isang certain technical validation by the DA Western Visayas. So the second requirement is the endorsement from the Municipal Agriculture Office or the Municipal Agriculture and Fisheries Council. So ang endorsement gani should indicate that it is aligned with the local development plans of the LGU or any development plan such as the Agricultural Fisheries Modernization Plan or AFMP. So dapat ma-indicate na siya nga aligned siya sa mga local development plans as endorsed by the local agriculture office. It may be city or municipal agriculture office. So number 3 is that proof of registration or any document nga may proof na duly registered sila sa SEC, DOLE, DSWD, or any government agencies. Also, ang DA accreditation may also suffice ang aming requirement. And number 4 is that isa pang requirement is proof pictures or photos of the location sa machinery shed wherein pwede store or mabutangan sa ato ng mga machinery for safekeeping. And also map and photos of the production area as proof na may ara gid man production area gid man ang ato nga farmers organization. So such documents will be submitted to the DA Western Visayas for evaluation and eventually technical field validation to determine as to whether or not the area and the capacity or ang aton nga farmers organization is capable and the area is technically feasible nga maka-avail kita sa certain types ng machinery. So we fully understand nga ang ato nga agriculture sector still has mechanization gap, so that is why the Department of Agriculture undergo kami sang validation kag technical validation kag mga analysis to determine ang mga areas nga may deficit pa for a certain type of machinery from land preparation until post-harvest and processing. So as to the type of the machinery, we know nga our farmers already are knowledgeable so the appropriate technology nga ara sa inyo area. But on the part of the DA, we also introduce new technologies nga pwede namon ma-introduce sa inyo so if appropriate sa area. So all of these will undergo technical validation, and if found to be feasible, pwede na kita ma-line up as beneficiaries sa succeeding years for possible funding subject to availability of funds from the government. So for further queries, you may contact the Regional Agricultural Engineering Division of the DA Western Visayas for list, checklist natin gid sa mga requirements. And you can also coordinate with the municipal or the city agricultural officer naton sa MAU or sa pwede man sa provincial level for the projects and programs na gina-implement sa Department of Agriculture. Pare-pareho lang atong mga requirements. So, but ang natin is we should know nga may ara ka mo need. So it all starts with the ang expression ninyo sa inyong request or the letter of intent kit. ma-reply kami sa mga basic requirements, and again, as I mentioned, we will undergo technical validation. So, dira kami maano tayong i-line up namon siya for the succeeding years for possible inclusion naton sa funding for amo na a year. So, kung may pagid kita ng mga pamangkot, you can contact us to our FB page, or you can also directly go diri sa amon sa office dito sa West Biak, or diri sa may Iloilo City sa Parola. You can makakadto kamo sa amon. We are more than willing to give you the information and guidance nga needed ninyo on how you can avail sa mga types ng machineries nga gina-offer sa government. So, ano naton sinili is to improve and make the farming naton more effective and efficient through provision of mechanization technologies sa aton mga farmers. So, that's all. For any additional comments, we are more than willing man na magbulig sa inyo. So, the communication line is open, and we hope na nakahatag kami sang guidance sa inyo sa subong nga segment. So, again, thank you so much. In behalf of our Regional Executive Director, Dr. Peter Subrevega, again, sa partners namon ng mga farmers, clients namon ng mga farmers, thank you so much.